Garden of Rizwan. The story of the Festival of Rizwan for young children. Written by Alhan Rahimi. Illustrations by Alina Onipchenko. Once upon a time, a nightingale lived in a beautiful garden that had many lovely trees and colorful flowers. He loved to fly from tree to tree, singing in his charming voice, "I live in this garden, Rizwan is its name. I wish that the people would know of its fame." One day, this nightingale felt that something was different. He started to sing in a loud voice, flying around in excitement. His friends joined in, singing and flying with him. The nightingale was right. There was a special guest arriving at the garden. "I live in this garden, Rizwan is its name. I wish that the people would know of its fame." This guest was Baha'u'llah. He was traveling from a city named Baghdad to another faraway city called Constantinople. He stopped in this garden that was just outside of Baghdad so that the people who loved him would have a chance to say goodbye. He stayed there in a tent for 12 days. Baha'u'llah experienced so much joy in this place. He walked between the flowers and trees as the nightingale sang overhead. Our nightingale was with them too. "I live in this garden, Rizwan is its name. I wish that the people would know of its fame." Every day before sunrise, the gardeners picked roses from the 4 avenues of the garden. Then those gardeners piled the roses on the floor of Baha'u'llah's tent. The pile grew so high that the friends who came to visit him and have their morning tea weren't able to see each other across it. Baha'u'llah would give these roses with his own hands to his friends before they left, so they could give it to those of his friends who weren't able to visit. Some nights, as his friends were sleeping, Baha'u'llah would walk back and forth on the pathways of the garden. The nightingale sang so loudly that hearing Baha'u'llah's voice was difficult. It was during those days that Baha'u'llah told the people around him that he was a manifestation of God. That meant he had a special message from God. On the 9th day, his family joined him in the garden of Rizwan. Tents were raised for them too. On the 12th day, Baha'u'llah and his family left the garden. He rode a horse and began his long journey. Even though our nightingale was sad like everyone else that Baha'u'llah had left, but was also happy that many people have come to know him, the nightingale continued to sing, "I live in this garden, Rizwan is its name. I'm happy that people now know of its fame." Those 12 days are now celebrated by millions of people around the world as the Festival of Rizwan.